Alright, what we're doing here today is we are doing a pitching analysis. This particular young player, he's a good athlete. He played for a middle school team this year. Transferred in from another school, and we're really glad to have him. He's a really good athlete. But, like most athletes at this age, there's always things to correct. And this particular player, along with two other of our better athletes, all have an issue with keeping the ball inside the elbow when they throw. However, that term, I'm starting to recognize that a lot of young players have no idea what I'm talking about when I bring this up. And, this ball player right here is he's got his best tool right now is definitely his glove. He's got some good bounce in his step for a 12-year-old kid, and he was our second baseman this year, and to be honest, he has the potential to be our shortstop, but I got on him about his arm, not to make him feel bad about his game, but to make him understand that he's going to hurt himself if he doesn't correct this. So let's start taking a look at a few of his pitches here. I'll take the audio off. So, the first thing you recognize is, he's got some good arm speed for sure, but there's that short arm. When he goes to cock his arm, he short arms the ball and keeps the ball inside the elbow. So we're going to try to figure out, what exactly does that mean, because we want healthy arms. So, right here. For you parents out there who are trying to make sure you're doing the best for your kids, this right here is an arm injury waiting to happen. And this is what it's called to keep the ball on the inside of the elbow. So here's the elbow. You make a 90-degree line, and the ball is on the inside of that elbow. And so why is that a negative thing? Well, one, it's an arm health thing because this ball has to unwind in order to be delivered. And the path that this ball takes puts a whippy stress on this elbow, which I think I have to remind everybody that, as much as we love baseball, the human arm is not supposed to do this movement. The way the joint is built, it's not supposed to make this action. And there's already a lot of stress on the elbow, and it's why we see those Tommy John surgeries. It's not even necessarily that those pitchers have poor mechanics. It's just a very stressful movement. So you want to keep the ball on the outside of the elbow to alleviate that stress as much as you can. Because as we deliver here, you can see it's almost like a wild torquing motion to unwind here, and that is a ton of stress on that elbow. So when he does get to deliver, he has good arm speed, which is actually an unfortunate thing if he doesn't fix this. And like I said, there's two other really good athletes on my team that I wanted to teach how to pitch this year, but I wasn't going to let them until they fixed it. They're going to hurt their arms with that whippy action. And, better athletes who have this problem, they're going to get hurt sooner. If you're a poor athlete, a below average athlete and have this problem, at least you're not creating as much velocity and torque as this particular player. Because again, his follow through, I love the follow through. He's got good direction. He's falling down the mound, which means he's throwing in a straight line. But again, his main issue is that elbow. This is the second issue, is a short stride. If we back this up here, you can tell he's not getting as much back leg extension to drive down that mound. And what that does with that shorter stride and the short arm action is he brings that ball with him. It's less separation. And again, you want a lot of separation from that ball to that plant foot, because it's that rubber band action that creates all that torque, which increases velocity and the action and effectiveness of your pitches. So, again, good arm speed. But let's take a look at this video here. This is a rising senior at Reynolds High School, very good athlete. who needs, still needs to get more flexible, still needs to create a little bit more agility. He's 6'4", 150, so he's a string bean, but a very high ceiling pitcher, and his delivery is one of my favorite tools that he has. He's just a lot of extension, lot of separation. So let's take a look at a few of his pitches, because he's also going to show us, where the ball needs to be in proximity to the elbow. So let's go ahead and stop him at this motion. That's perfect. So, the first thing we should recognize, compared to the younger ball player is the extension. I mean, obviously this kid's 6'4", but I mean, if you've ever seen the Oral Hershiser drills, which is, they're stationary drills that usually done, with, next to a wall or something. It's really a technique drill, not a performance drill. That he talks about, the push off that back leg and where the back should be in that line, that, that forward, diagonal line. So, this is good form is what I'm getting at, and he has very good direction as well. Now, look at the elbow. Let's draw that 90-degree angle, which you can see there's a fence post right behind here. It's perfect. Where's the ball? It's on the outside of the elbow. His fingers are behind the baseball. It's like he's pushing it towards second base, center field. The violence is still there. I mean, it's just part of the game. Like that stress right there, it's part of the game. But if you look at the path, if you look at the path that the arm takes from outside the elbow to the delivery, it's less whippy. He stays behind it. It's more of it's as natural as we can get, movement of the joint. So, to get a better idea, let's take a look at these two right next to each other. I've tried, he's going from the stretch, he's going from the windup, but I've tried to sync up the separation, when the hands separate at the peak of the balance point. So, watch it live first. What do they have in common? They both fall very well, but let's slow it down a little bit here. I like both their setups, even again, young kid, I like his setup. They both get to, good separation here, I should say, good balance point. They both have a good idea of, that little hitch on the hip, turn that inward hip to fall, lead with the butt cheek, lead all those left points, lead. So, I mean, athletic. The differences start in the next couple. First, the separation. Very short arm circle. Strides in the same spot. The only difference is you get a little stronger on the back leg over here. You can see he's got that plant and that balance, but he's getting ready to fall. Be strong on that back leg. Look at the arm circle. Look at the arm action. This is what happens when you have a short arm. He comes up quicker. The ball right here, it's following his head as he strides forward. This is what separation means. Where's the ball here? He's got a long arm circle. He's leading very well. Good stride. But here's the deal. He's landing in the left frame here. He's landing. He's letting go of the ball. He's still pushing that ball behind him, creating that separation. Again, it's that rubber band tactic. So if we back it up a little bit here, right here, you can see, like, I hate to use the metaphor, but imagine you're going to punch somebody in the face, right? You're angry. If you're going to punch from this, distance, it's like, essentially the fist is right near the back of the ear. It's going to hurt, but you're not getting as much of a pathway to create that energy. And then over here on the right frame, let's see here. You know, he's keeping that ball. I mean, look at that. I mean, he is if he's going to punch you in the face, he is winding up. He's going to knock you out. So again, that's what that separation means, is allowing that rubber band to expand. Because again, if we back it up here, you're punching from right behind the ear. Get that arm. So if you want to correct this, my recommendation is to focus on the separation. When that hand leaves your glove, watch the right frame compared to the left frame. So hands separate. As you're falling, like you start to go down, but you come right back up. You curl that arm up. When he drops his hand, again, watching him, he drops all the way behind that knee. Again, he's 6'4". I get it. He's a lanky guy. But that ball stays behind him, comes all the way up. He pushes those fingers out towards center field and stays on top of the baseball. You both have good arm speed. You both have good direction. But again, look. Your foot's landing right here. Look where the ball is. His foot hasn't even landed yet. And he is winding up still. He is pointing those fingers behind the baseball. Stays back, pushing those fingers behind the baseball. He's landing, you're landing. This is where you need to work on that stride and that arm circle and get some more length to your stride and your delivery. High release point when you land early. The knee buckle's good. It shows you got some natural torque. That's what you want to do is, have that front leg buckle a bit when you land. That's where a lot of that energy is created. But high release point, look at this kiddo on the right, man. Good extension. Stays on top. His release point's a little bit further out in front of our younger player over here. That helps too. Holding on to the ball a little bit longer, good extension, helps create more action on your pitches, gets you low in the zone. In this particular workout, this rising senior from Reynolds was staying down in the zone on top of all his pitches, and we didn't even have a very good raised mound that day, and he was still on top of it. So, again, two good athletes. Very happy that this kiddo on the left entered our program. He's got potential, but he's got to get more flexible, and he's got to learn just a little bit more technique. And I think this is every player, and we want you healthy playing this game. The quickest way out of this game is an arm injury, and we want you healthy playing this game. And I am going to also announce too that I've done lessons. I'm doing lessons. I had a lesson today. I will gladly try to help you correct these things and learn proper technique, but you need to invest. You can't go home and sit in the video games. You need to journal and make sure you understand why you're doing these things and keep up with reps. It's like physical therapy because your brain's going to work against you for the first few weeks. That's the biggest thing with middle school players. You try to make a change, it doesn't work, they abandon it right away. Coach is trying to mess my swing up. It's not trying to mess your swing up. It's just when you're getting a hornet's nest out, you're going to get stung. You're just not going to get the results you want right away. It takes time, and baseball needs to become unconscious. So I do lessons. It's a $50 a lesson fee. It's not an hour. It's a lesson. Typically is an hour, but it's $50 a lesson. We do packages, and what you're seeing here. This is a $100 service. I will film you. I will go home and analyze it, speak over it just like this, find clips. I got clips of high school, college, and pro to try to show you proper technique. But again, you got to invest. You can't just go home and forget that you have this. You got to study it, know your body, learn how to put your attention into all the parts of your body. How to truly teach yourself. It takes a long time. But good athletes, there's more responsibility on you to work harder because you have higher ceilings. These two players right here both have very high ceilings. They both have improvements to make with their flexibility and body. And if they achieve their ceilings, they could both be very special. Because even on the left, he's a 12-year-old kid. I hate to project, but if this were the Dominican or Venezuela, in 2-3 years, this kid be signing a contract. So you try to recognize early if a kid has some ability. It's not about fixing it for him. It's about trying to help him find the growth mindset to know that he can fix it. So gladly do the service for you. Would appreciate it if you went out there and spread the word, because, again, I want to see good baseball. Baseball's in a strange place right now, and we're trying to promote it. Again, like a kid like this, great arm speed, great potential. Just got to work on a few things. So, because, I mean, these kids are babies. Look at this kiddo back here, baby face. These guys are little kiddos, 12 years old, man. But we need these kids to really enjoy playing baseball again, too. So, yes, we do lessons. Yes, we do film analysis. But I think it's also important to just go play some sandlot. Go out there and play more. Hit acorns as they're falling out of trees. If 6 people play 3 on 3. Hit the ball on the left side, you're automatically out. That's what we did back in the day. Find ways, wiffle ball, super ball, golf ball. Who cares? But got to enjoy playing baseball. And then once you enjoy the game, you'll enjoy getting better. And you'll enjoy analyzing this, as boring as it can seem. But again, Baseball University is Coach Koch. If you're interested in something like this, please reach out to us.
Hey guys, y'all get back over here so we can see. It's all right. Hey Dylan, couple fun visits. Throw it hard right back. I got you. Throw it hard as you want. Hey, Clydenberg. Come on, Esteban. You're running on the next one you hit. Running on the next one he hits. Oh, yeah.